Hello YouTube, how are you all? So today we are heading out for a short night ride to this place Hill Park, which is around 70 kilometers on Bangalore highway. It's a pretty good road, so just like that. And this is my friend Sahel. Say hello, man. And he'll be riding my ER6N. I'm on his beautiful RC390, which is in that custom Red Bull livery, which and we put up a light tint here, and it has a Simota racing filter in it. Both of our bikes have that actually. And today I don't have a baffle on my bike, just because I wanted to show you guys how bloody loud it is. And trust me, it is bloody loud, and not in a disturbing way. It sounds pretty good actually. So anyways, coming to today's vlog, it is about what the government and what the riders need to do to improve the biking culture here in India. So anyways, this thing is pretty tall, taller than my bike. I'm a short rider that way. So let's go. So I wanted to do this video in the night because, well, I couldn't find any night ride videos anywhere on YouTube. So today's topic, we'll start off with what the government needs to do about biking here in India. Okay, so now, go back 5 years back. Okay, the only bikes we had here were the R15 in performance biking. Okay, R15 or the 220, or even CBR 250 was introduced a bit later. Okay, KTM was the one who actually changed the game. Okay, so now come fast forward to 2015, we have Benelli, we have Triumph, we have a whole bunch of Kawasaki's, Suzuki, Yamaha, everything. You are able to get your hands on basically a lot of bikes. Okay, a lot of bikes for the Indian road conditions. Okay, and that should be quite good. So we have to, with the trend, upcoming trend in these luxury bikes, I like to call them luxury bikes because they're pretty expensive compared to what prices you get them in the United States or Australia or anywhere else. Okay, so first off, taxes. Okay, now we know that, well, levying taxes is an important part for any government, okay, to function nicely. Oh, the thing's bloody loud. Okay, but the kind of rules we have here, okay, under 800cc, any motorbike, or it has to be a CKD or a locally assembled machine. Okay, that is some screwed up rule, man. I mean, okay, I understand that is to increase the number of jobs here, but tell me honestly, the biking sector here, okay, the luxury bike segment, like these high-end bikes which are above 5 lakh rupees, there's still not that much of a market for such bikes here in India. So if we allow CBU imports under 800cc, we get a lot of sweet bikes here, like the 636 Ninja, the Yamaha R6, the CBR 600. Now we have the Triumph Daytona 675, it's a CKD. Now, advantages of keeping a CBU is the company will be able to maintain quality standards. Okay, whatever you do, when it is a CBU or when it is a CKD, sorry, or it's locally manufactured, quality is going to take a hit. No matter how good you try to, how good you set the manufacturing standards, the original factory where these bikes are made, nothing can beat that, man. So please, government or the ARAI, please try to reduce the taxes. Even on 1000cc bikes, you levy like 140% to 200% tax. Okay, and then if you want to import an under 800cc bike, you need to own it for 2 years in another country on your name, and then you have to pay 140% of the taxes on the original full price. I mean, those are some really hard rules, man. Just go easy on us bikers, please. Okay, now one more thing, homologation. what is the whole point of putting a Saree guard on a super sport or any above 250cc bike? I mean, at those speeds, the speeds these things can do, you expect a woman to sit in a sari or a kurti or any Indian dress. I mean, what are you trying to do, TRAI? What are you trying to tell us? And okay, even if that rule had to be so strict, why isn't it okay, that's how it looks beautiful. There's no light here still. Looks orangish, kind of carrot color. So anyways, coming back to the point, why don't you have that rule on CBUs? Why don't CBUs get a front number plate? Front number plate is still fine. The bike looks a little bit ugly, but I understand it's needed for legal purposes. And the Saree guard, come on man, we don't need Saree guards. Well, most of us use it as barbecue grills. And for the ER6 and Ninja 650, man, the manufacturers, they're ripping us off. They're charging us like $1,200 for the grab rail, which has to come standard with the bike. We are getting that shitty Saree guard instead. We don't want it. Nobody. Okay, tell me in the comments if anyone with a above 250cc bike, a 600 or something, any of your ladies or any of your mom, your sister, your girlfriend, your wife, anybody sits on the bike with a Saree. Even if they do, it is fucking dangerous. Trust me. What if the thing gets into the tire? Just imagine, it's horrible. When you are on the bike, you need to be in a jacket, gloves, helmet, everything, even if you're a pillion, no matter. Okay? One more thing the government needs to do. If you're taking that much taxes, guys, give us good roads, man. Okay? I'm not defaming you for that. Trust me, we've gotten, the quality of roads has improved a lot over the years. Wow, a marriage. Okay? But we still need to, like in the ORR, we have a little bit of a bumps and stuff like that. Some celebrity died on that road and you just closed it down for us bikers. I mean, at least you should have put a rule that you wear safety gear to get on, you have a speed limit, put up speed guns. That thing is starting here on KBR road, but still we need to see more of that speed guns and speed limit regulations, speed cams and all. Okay? And licensing regulations, we would love to see that. Here in India, anyone with a two-wheeler license, a gate two-wheeler license basically, can get their hands on a maybe turbo Hayabusa or a 50cc scooter. It doesn't matter, there is no separate licenses. Same for four-wheeler. You have a four-wheeler gate license, fuck it man, you can drive a Maserati, you can drive a Hummer, you can drive a Maruti 800, you can basically drive or ride whatever you want. That has to improve. Maybe we should learn something from the European licensing regulations. They have something like, if you're 16, you ride something till 50cc. If you're 18, you get up to some 250cc, something like that. So please do that. That is going to help save a lot of lives. Because here, when you're 16, 18 years old, of course, you'll be, that adrenaline rush, your hormonal changes in your body, you're all like, your friend tells you, man, rip the bike, you rip it, you fuck up. What happens? Whole biking community gets a bad name, man. That's why, it's this time the people stopped thinking of us as villains and, bad guys. If you have a big bike, it's like even all your relatives and all telling you, oh my god, you're going to die someday, be careful. Or, they tell your parents, okay, sell off his bike. Even if you're married, your wife is like, you're going to, what if something happens? Of course, there is always a risk involved. Trust me, whenever I ride, I always keep that thing in mind that, that God forbid I shouldn't crash. I try my best. Okay, on many of my videos, it might seem that, I stunt on public roads and all, which is bad, okay. But tell me honestly, do we have racetracks here? No, we don't. Do we have drag strips? No, we don't. That thing is bloody loud, man. Sounds sweet. So, what do we do next? What is the best thing we can do? Find empty stretches of road. That's what I do. I find a place with no traffic. I find some closed down empty stretches of highways, which are, there are a lot of places here on the ORR where the road is a dead end. We find spots there, we take the villagers' permission, they click some pictures, and we practice stunts. I mean, basically we are trying to make the best out of what we have. That's what we are trying to do. That's what I am trying to do. And so yeah, and we as citizens have to be responsible in that way. Even out on the road, if you're riding a 400cc, even 400cc is pretty ballistic, trust me. On the road, the bike like the 390, we have to be a little bit careful that, you know, we don't if we see a small gap between two cars, we try to rush through that. That is bad. Okay, you may get out of it, but what if you don't? That one split second can either save your life or fuck you up, man. If you take a fall, okay, for example, you don't die, what's worse? If you get paralyzed, god forbid, if you're handicapped, what are you gonna do? Live like a vegetable? You have to live another day to enjoy the machine, enjoy the passion. So we have to be a little bit more careful, especially when, okay, my bike has a pretty loud exhaust. I'm pretty careful when I'm, for example, going from in front of a hospital or maybe a place where there is a lot of public. I take extra caution so as to, you know, not startle people, so as to not scare people. Now in the night, it's okay, fine. Go, rip. At least, you know, try to minimize the damage, okay, and not bring up. If people see me, you know, ripping in traffic with that loud exhaust at peak traffic hours, that is going to put a bad name, okay. Trust me, when I had my first bike, the CBR 250R, I've done a lot of crazy and immature shit, but that's not, you know, that's not the message you give to the people. So I started my vlogging channel after I was through with all that bullshit, all that immature moments, riding rough in traffic, and trust me, nobody told me not to, okay. It was like more of like as a student, I've been, you know, always by friends, "Arey, you have a big bike, man, let's go for a ride, let's rip in the streets, we need some racetracks here, okay. So government, please try to give us some track strips maybe, okay, at least give licenses to people when they want to put it. If there are proper tracks and drag strips, people are not going to waste their talent on the roads, trust me. With the developing culture, you need to bring in that change, okay. And we as people, one more thing, be a little bit mature, stop comparing bikes on merely their price points, okay. For example, a friend of mine asked me, you know, my budget is 6 lakhs, do you want me to go for the Ninja 650, the ER6 and the Benelli, or the Harley 750, or maybe a used grey market 600 bike? I was like, okay dude, it all depends on the kind of rider you are, okay. These bikes, apart from their pricing, they don't have much in common. They're basically different classes of bikes. So, and one more thing is, be a little bit, you know, power is not everything, trust me. Here people are like, that bike it's 44 bhp, that bike it's 80 bhp, that bike is 120 bhp. No, power is not everything. Comfort, man, comfort. Now, I'm a short guy, okay. Now if I have a choice between an RSV4 and say a Honda CBR 1000, I will go for the CBR 1000 RR, because that bike is more comfortable to me. I can push it to the limits. It has a pretty low seat height, doesn't heat up much. In the city also it's pretty bearable, okay. So put comfort as your first priority. Try to do that. You know, when you buy a machine, okay, you spend lakhs of rupees on a machine, you should be able to enjoy and, you know, extract that much fun out of that machine. Otherwise, what's the use? Unless you have shitloads of money and you just need to keep a bike for the weekends or just for posing, it's fine. But if you're a hardcore biker, okay, I'm not trying to degrade or offend anybody, just put comfort as your first priority. You know, every rider, for example, a tall guy, you take a tall 6-foot guy, if he has a choice between, say, a speed triple or maybe an ER6N, okay, ER6N will feel smallish for him because it has a low seat height. There is a speed triple, it's quite a tall bike. So if he can push that bike to the limits, so that's what I'm trying to say. So anyways, we have to stop for refueling, and we are heading off 50 kilometers into Bangalore highway to enjoy the ride. So yeah, so try to be more mature, people, and government try to, you know, reduce the taxes, allow CBU imports, get in some licensing regulations, maybe allow the building of a couple racetracks. We have a few booths and all, but we need more. We need some drag strips. We need maybe some places where somebody can go pay a fee and, you know, stunt in peace maybe. And people, be more mature, make comfort your priority. take the bike which suits you. Okay, don't be douchebags on the road. Try to make the best of what you got. Anyways, see you all soon. I'll be making more videos on these topics. Take care. Hope this video reaches the higher authorities. Thank you very much. See you.